The loud cheers of the St. John's College boys welcome you to this festival, the 22nd edition of the Standard Bank St. John's College Rugby Easter Festival. We've got one of our main matchups about to get underway. Hilton College from the Midlands versus the host here, St. John's College. Welcome from all of us here in a commentary. My name, Lucky Letabo, and in commentary with me this afternoon is Manny Sekhale. Manny, what do you make of the matchup that we're about to witness?
Good afternoon, Lucky, and all those who have managed to join us today on this live stream. What a fantastic day, a fantastic game of rugby on our hands here. And like you say, you know, I think we've got a huge encounter here. Two of the most prestigious schools in South Africa will be looking to go horn to horn, toe to toe here. It's going to be a close-knit game here, Lucky. I'm going to ask you for a prediction. What are you going to give me here?
Far too early for me to call any predictions, Manny, as we see Hilton in their regular white strip making down their way from the Sir Herbert Baker building. As we see the team sheets there, Manny, looking at St. John's College, pretty much a similar team to that one that we saw on Thursday. Couple of changes there. I see Ruben Engelbrecht at the fullback taking the place of Musashi Nkanza.
Yo, look, a few players to look out for. I think we've spoken about this. Julian Zill, he's going to be the vice captain. He's going to be massive impact. He carries ball well. He defends really well. You know, and Kieran Holston and William Davies, I think that combination in midfield are going to be absolutely fantastic.
I'll be very, very interested to see, Manny, like you say, the matchups between the two fly halves. Captain Kieran Holston from St. John's College has really stamped his authority at this festival, but equally so the captain of the side from the Midlands, Nicholas Winskill, will be a good matchup. So I'm very interested to see how the two fly halves interact with each other.
As we see the white clothing of the Hilton boys walking down the stands. Fantastic school building in the background here. They'll be eagerly anticipating this game. The St. John's side has really been good this year, Lucky, I must say.
Really has been good. And a particular mention must go out to our main sponsors, Standard Bank. Their 6th year they are with us here, and fantastic to see them supporting schoolboy rugby. A shout out must go to all the St. John's old boys, OJs as they are regularly known, that are joining us via the streaming courtesy of School Sport Live.
No, Standard Bank have made this an absolutely fantastic tournament, a double-story entertainment centre, lots of hospitality. So even when you're not watching the rugby and you're waiting for a game, you know, you've got something to do. Releasing the new S8 Galaxy, you know, it's a fantastic place to be. Bar rugby, bar the entertainment. It's just a great way to spend your Saturday, isn't it?
Certainly is, and massive thank you to the crowds that has come out today. A massive crowd it is here, as you can hear the roar of the St. John's schoolboys ready to go for this classic encounter between Hilton, who will be playing from our left to right, and the host St. John's College that will be playing from our right to left-hand side.
Well, as you'll notice, you know, the kickoff been taking about 10 meters behind halfway, and that's because the pitch is an absolute mud ball. But still great conditions here as we see a ruck formed here. St. John's on the ball here. They'll look to run it at the Hilton defense. We've seen this in previous weeks, you know, and a good matchup here.
They've been full of confidence, certainly. Manny has the St. John's College boys been. So I'm not, I'm certain to say that they will give it a run. They will meet Hilton and put them through their paces, as I'm sure Hilton do as well. We see the first penalty coming from the referee. Side entry called by Hilton, and I'm sure Captain Kieran Holston will look to hoof this downtown.
Look, they'll be looking to stamp their authority here. You know, they'll get as deep into the Hilton half as possible. We've seen the massive boots of this captain. You know, he'll be looking to get it into Hilton's 22. And early mistake there from Hilton. As we've said this whole festival, you cannot be making mistakes at this level of rugby.
While Kieran looks to hoof this ball away, apologies to everybody streaming in from the host here, St. John's College. There was a bit of a power outage, but credit to the production staff of School Sport Live. They've got us up and running again and rearing to go, bringing you this live production.
Well, we see a line out here just in front of the 10 meter. I don't know if you guys can hear this on your computers or iPhones or whatever the case may be. The atmosphere is absolutely electrifying here at St. John's College.
First line out now for hooker Braden Loxton. He will look to feed his jumpers there. David McAlpine, and so too goes to the back of Julian Ziller, who's really been a standout player here. It's carried up quite strongly by Daniel Archer.
Well, we've spoken about Zilla. He's going to be so important. You know, he is a leader. He's the VC. They look to retain possession here at ruck time, keeping it nice and tight in their forwards as they spread it out wide. Here, the captain gets it out to William Davies, number 12. He's an electrifying.
There's that magic man, William Davis. It seems to light up every time he gets to the ball, as we see Younger carrying that ball forward there. But Hilton seems to have their hands on the ball, illegally so judged by the referee. First shot at points, Manny.
Well, another mistake here by Hilton. You know, St. John's will be looking to make them pay. It looks like he's lining a deep kick into the 5 meter here, looking to stamp their authority. Maybe a little rolling ball, nice and deep in the Hilton 22.
Like you said, bursting full of confidence is the St. John's College side, not opting for the 3-pointer that would be guaranteed with a form that Captain Kieran Holson is in. But they're going deep downtown now, Manny, right in front of their home supporters. I think the home support will drive them home.
Oh yeah, definitely. They'll be looking to push them here as the feeders being given here by Braden Loxton rather. They'll be looking to secure ball here, drive them all forward, maybe spread it out to their electrifying 10 and 12.
Overthrow there, Julian Zilla misses out on the ball. Hilton look to seem full of running there as they look to set up a phase there deep inside their 22. Stolen again by St. John's, but illegally so judged by the referee, and some respite for the men from the Midlands.
While a lot of confidence will be taken here from the Hilton side. You know, 14-8 was their result against Uffie's, one of the top sides in the country, and they held their own really well here. They just need to gain a little bit of momentum here, keep ball in hand here, not too many mistakes against the St. John's side.
Captain Winskill will kick the ball right in front of our commentary box here, and they will have a line out just shy of the halfway mark. Hooker there looks like a massive unit of a man, Timothy Densham. He will look to feed the first line out.
Well, line out right in front of us, lovely secure ball. They'll look to take this into a rolling ball situation here. Not really moving here. The referee will tell them to please use it. Out it goes from the number 9 of Hilton.
The captain again hoofing the ball over the top. You look for one of the players there, the fullback. Unfortunately, missing out on the ball does Gareth Shiroda. Some hustling defense now, it must be said, from St. John's. But Hilton managed to solidify the ball there with scrum half Curtis.
Well, showed in contact situation, just leaving a bit of space open here, but it's always good to see the backs helping out at ruck situations here. Solid defense here from St. John's. They're not looking to give any room for the Hilton players.
So far so good. It is many from the St. John's College boys that they must maintain discipline here. As you and I have countlessly spoken about, that penalizable offences, their discipline has been key from the players that we've seen thus far this festival.
No, definitely. And the number 10, the captain, Kieran Holston, he'll be looking to make them pay at every single mistake that they make, as we see a little knock here from Hilton.
First scrum of the match now will go the way of St. John's College. Both these packs did really nicely on a Thursday. It's a bit drier underfoot, as we've seen from both teams. The day was had off yesterday, so the field managed to recover, and fortunately for them, not on that pitch there. Very excited to see this first scrum matchup, Manny.
Oh, definitely, like we've mentioned before, this is a time for the forwards to get together, say who's who, you know, 8v8 situation. Some really big forwards in this Hilton pack. It's going to be interesting to see how they come across the St. John's side here at home.
Ronan Khobla waiting for the instructions from a referee to feed that ball in. He's really been a good talisman, Manny, between the forwards and back line of St. John's College.
Well, definitely, you know, I think as we see this big scrum here from St. John's, milling Hilton backwards. They get the ball out to the skipper. Skipper goes out wide. Centre steps back inside with a big run here. Hilton look to steal it in ruck situation. Well, side entries, the adjudication here from the referee.
Quick tap and go there by the centre. Tepo Mupeeso. Not in judged by the referee. So Hilton now playing with the advantage. Front foot ball it is. That big unit of the man is Densham, who is the hooker there. Quick ball again by Curtis. Takes it nicely through the hands there, Manny.
Oh, well, here we go. It's a low break here from the Hilton, number 15, Gareth Schroeder. He's a fantastic runner with the ball. It must be mentioned early in this game.
I've been very impressed, Manny, as we see still advantage being played by the referee. All the fullbacks that you and I have commented on have really looked for work and have really looked to come inside to help their teams.
Well, definitely, you know, we speak about versatile players as it goes out to the number 12 wide on the left-hand side. They look to make a bit of ground in the St. John's 22. Versatility is the name of the game. Over he goes for a fantastic score. the number 9 from Hilton. It's Garth Curtis. Fantastic way to start the game.
Graham Curtis, I'm sure, spurred on by the Hilton crowd as you and I, Manny, look across. They're right there in their numbers. In that far left-hand corner are the Hilton men, and they would have spurred on their men from the Midlands. And Graham Curtis doing the job for his team there. Quick ball advantage was being played by the referee, but quick reaction time and quick work, Manny, must be said, by the men from the Midlands.
Well, fantastic work there from Graham Curtis. We speak about versatility. You know, his job isn't just to distribute. Lovely running work as we see the replay here. As we see the replay over here, going blind, manages to step past one tackle and a fantastic diving score. He'll really love that. I'm
sure the men from the Fleur de Lis, as they are known affectionately from the Midlands, will be quite happy with that. And credit for them for coming out in numbers, Manny. I see plus minus 40 boys there from Hilton. Fantastic to support their schoolboys.
Well, what's also quite interesting, you know, a lot of them in their white shirts here, obviously supporting, supporter shirts here as the number 10 looks to put it over here. Fantastic atmosphere. St. John's out here in numbers, supporters out here in numbers, and Hilton showing what they've got here.
Very early on, sustained pressure by St. John's. They will look to recover immediately as we see a low kick from the captain, but gets the flags up from the assistant referees. Hilton in a comfortable position here very, very early on. 8 minutes in, it's 7 points to Hilton.
Wow, fantastic work there from Winskill. That is not, rather Gary Schroeder. It's not the easiest one to punt over there, right on the side there. So it's a fantastic kick, starting nicely. He'll have his confidence for the day, won't he?
Opportunity now for Kieran Holston and the mighty Blues of St. John's to reply as we see one of the ball. Is that out on the full? No, it's not. One bounce and then into touch.
Well, just putting Hilton under pressure here, looking to get into the Hilton half. Not a great start here from St. John's, but they'll be looking to fight back.
Message from the coaching staff of St. John's College, Gerard Visser and Kevin Musikanth, will be for them to respond well. And we've seen this, we've seen St. John's in this position before, Manny.
Definitely, you know, and they really are a fighting side. As you've said, they are bursting with confidence as we see a ruck here. Low box kick goes straight up. Big competition in the air. He's actually lost meters from that kick, but they retrieve it. A bit of a high hit there. But they'll be oozing with confidence, you know. They'll be oozing with confidence. They'll be looking to get back here as they kick it nice and deep to the number 11, who'll probably look to counter.
Garrick said now on the counter-attack. Head boy Tepo Chipu is there as well. He'll look a massive fend off there. He lands onto the floor there. Unfortunately coming out there. If you give them a sniff, Manny, this is what they're capable of as the players get to know each other a little bit better. Their referee must control that situation there. We do not want to see this. Obviously a bit of high emotions, but we need to sort this out.
No, look, you know, the pressure will be getting to them. You know, the St. John's boys right in South Africa going toe-to-toe. Probably not happy with the lunch they got, and they're just discussing which was better, the chicken burgers.
Discussing options for dinner time, I'm sure, and what's for dessert are the two players there. But referee will want to call the players in and just explain to them, Manny, the magnitude of this matchup, and that indiscretion and ill discipline will not be tolerated.
No, look, there's definitely no room in the game. Like I say, if you've got a bit of aggression, take it out in contact situation. No time for off the ball stuff. The referee will be looking to keep it in a 15v15 situation here, having a word with the two skippers and the two men involved. Good to see.
I'm sure the message will be, please calm down there and let's stick to the whistle as we see a penalty given there by a referee. We'll get the name of the referee for you just now. And again, a moment of ill discipline just after the referee spoken, throwing the ball away there. St. John's now will have an opportunity to go on the attack.
Well, Jason Abrahams is the referee, you know, dealing with that situation really well. You know, we want to keep 30 men on the field, and we want to see a battle of the two 15s here.
Credit to the refereeing staff at this festival here. Certainly have allowed the game to flow in all the matchups that we've seen, many, as we see Braden Loxton about to feed the line out.
Well, a little bit of a fumble, but secure ball there from St. John's. A little bit of ill discipline from Hilton. No room in this kind of matchup for that kind of nonsense. They will look to be as disciplined as possible and not allow St. John's to get into their hole.
Ball lost there in the bodies there. Hilton doing very well to shut down the attack there of St. John's College. Referee Mr. Jason Abrams saying ball not going forward, men, scrum down, Hilton ball.
Well, yeah, as we see the crowd there, it's good to see the St. John's boys there in their number ones. They got the old school bashers looking absolutely prim and proper, getting behind their side. And I think their team are going to need them today in this momentous occasion.
Certainly are. Like we said, folks, apologies for missing out on the opening ceremony. I do, however, have a message from the executive headmaster of St. John's College, Mr. Paul Edie. He thanks all the players, coaches, medical personnel, referees as well for making it out to the festival. He says it's a great privilege for St. John's to host this festival and to be associated with many wonderful schools. He wishes everybody a thoroughly enjoyable festival here. That's a message from the executive headmaster, Mr. Paul Edie of St. John's College.
Oh, Lucky, here's one of your favorite situations. You see, we see a reset scrum here. You know, one of those things we'll be looking to get out the game. We want to see the ball flying through the hands. Big scrum here by St. John's, but Hilton are up to the task as we look to stabilize the scrum here. Put in here from the number 9 of Hilton.
Curtis will look to get rid of that ball. Captain Winskill gets the ball out, not very far, it must be said, but it was clipped, I believe, many by one of the St. John's players, as I see the assistant referee pointing in the way of Hilton lineout.
Yeah, well, good charge down, you know, very good aggression here. Look to be intense at breakdown point, not giving Hilton the opportunity to breathe. We've seen what Hilton can do in attack situations, so nice tight defense here from St. John's.
Hilton secure the ball there. They'll look for a line-out option via their number 8, Tristan Warren. It does go to ground, but they seem to have it under control there as Curtis takes the responsibility to take his team out of danger.
Wow, the atmosphere absolutely electrifying. We see a line out here right in front of the St. John's boys. They'll be getting behind their hooker here, Braden Lexton. You know, they'll be shouting, making sure Hilton don't get any confidence out of this line out.
Credit to the St. John's College boys for coming out in their number ones, like you correctly said earlier, Manny. Great to see the support from the mighty Blue Eagles. Again, we see for the third time, Manny, a tactic employed by St. John's. It's going to that man, Julian Ziller, at the back of the lineout.
Oh, we've spoken about this before as we see a little crash ball there by the forwards. Hilton up to the task, looking to steal it. Wonder what the referee's adjudication will be. A fair steal is the call here, and they'll look to counter. It's the speedster, the number 14 from Hilton. Fantastic work. He's got the legs, he's got the stamina, and he's got the 5 points.
Fadzai Mushonga showing a clean pair of heels there, making something out of nothing, it must be said, Manny. St. John seemed to have looked like they secured the ball. Quick turnover ball, quick handling, and off he went, Fadzai, to get the 5 points for Hilton College.
Well, definitely we speak about discipline. You know, at a tournament like this with the level of rugby, you make one mistake. As we see the turnover there, goes to Fadzai. He gets it just above his 10. Look at the wheels on this man. Nobody, and I mean no one, not even that man, William Davies, was catching him.
Fantastic stride shown there by Fadzai Muchonga as he gets a guaranteed 5 points for Hilton. Hilton clearly stamping their authority here, Manny, despite the fact that St. John spent quite a lot of time deep inside the 22 of the visitors from the Midlands, but unable to come away with points.
No, definitely, you know, and I think if you're watching this game, as we see Gary Schroeder, he'll look to put it over here to make it a 14-point game. You know, if you're watching this game, you'll realize St. John's have been on the top, but Hilton utilizing their opportunities and punishing St. John's every time they make a mistake.
Very foreign situation, Manny. It must be said, this one. I don't think I've seen St. John's this season being 14 points up now as we see Schroeder, a fantastic kick put over there. I don't think we've seen them on the back foot like this here. The character now from the captain and the vice captain Zilla will really be tested to see how they come back. Character will be needed at many.
No, definitely, and we've spoken about this before. You know, there are some really clever players here. There are some big leaders, and this is the time now the leaders are going to have to say, chaps, listen, this is not a dead game here. We've got to get ourselves back into it. 15 minutes in, 14 points behind. They need a big push here from someone.
Lux Vita Caritas is the words echoing from the St. John's benches. Light, life, love is the motto here at the school as we see a fumble from Julian Ziller, followed by another one there. Early pressure we see there. He manages to recover nicely there. He'll need support from his fellow players, Manny.
Well, third time lucky there for Zilla. Luckily, his body position was as such that he knocked it backwards. Blind ball here. He manages to recover here. A little bit of a fumble. The pull might be a little bit wet here, but they've regained possession here. They'll look to swing it out nice and wide, or a low box kick rather. And they look to turn the Hilton defenders. Oh, I think he's knocked it forward.
Backwards, says the referee, Manny, as Captain Winskill gets a much reprieve and hacks the ball downfield. It's time now to see, as I see Ruben Engelbert, what is he going to do?
While looking to turn the Hilton defense unsuccessful, the number 10 here, the skipper Winskill, will look to plonk it out so that Hilton can grab a little bit of a breather.
I think between those kicks, Manny, it certainly is advantage Hilton, as we see another hack there from Captain Winskill. And while we wait for that line out, a massive shout out to the Hilton All Boys family, the Trutters, who've made it down all the way from the Cape here to see this encounter.
No, definitely. You know, I would travel very far as we see a short line out here going in the direction of Hilton College. Hilton College securing the ball, big hit in the midfield here. He drives it 5 meters back.
It's that man Julian Ziller.
Well, we spoke about it. A little bit of nitty gritty. The occasion getting to the boys. Hilton make a break. It's that man. It's the number 9. Is he going to get a brace? He steps 1, steps 2 underneath the poles.
Graham Curtis it is there. Takes advantage of the ball, straight he goes under the post.
Well, you know, I haven't watched this Hilton side too often, but this man, Graham Curtis, he looks like a complete player. It's his second try of the day and a fantastic one. He can step, he's got gas, he's got distribution, he can kick. Goodness gracious, I think he's an all-round player.
Fantastic display there of quick counter-attacking rugby we've seen there from Hilton. A bit of a shock from St. John's College as we see that ball at the moment spill out there for Curtis. Clean pair of heels. I think he's almost surprised, Manny, that there are no pillar players there. He goes left, comes right, over she goes, and look at the pure excitement there. It means a lot to these players.
Well, I must say, you know, that man, George Putter, setting him up. Lovely low break. He gets 2 or 3 defenders involved. He offloads to that man. He's an absolute speedster. Look at the expression on his face. He loves it.
Game on here. Certainly it is now for St. John's College for them to come back with a response. Hilton in a comfortable position now, it must be said, as we see Schroeder adding on the extra 2 points. Almost 20 minutes into the game now we are, Manny, and Hilton with a comfortable lead of 21 points to 0.
Well, you know, they'll be saying, you know, our game against Affis on Thursday was no fluke. We are a top quality side, proving it here. This St. John's side, no walkover. Trust me, it's a fantastic side, this, and Hilton making them look a little bit weak here. Not easy to do.
Time now once again to see the response from St. John's College as we see a deep restart from Captain Kieran Holston.
Oh, it's a deep kick here as they clear it. The crowd's going to have to be careful. Oh, not great hands on the crowd here, but a fantastic clearance kick just in front of halfway.
Safety first employed there, Manny, it must be said, by Hilton. They're in a comfortable position. Sometimes we could have seen a run up there by Hilton, but going for the safety option first and sticking to their guns.
No, definitely. We see a definite game plan here. Keep it nice and tight. Utilize the St. John's mistake, and that's how we're going to make them play. They're not playing an unbelievably expansive brand of rugby, as we see St. John's here with a little bit of trickery. They go out deep, but they throw the ball away. Number 6 from Hilton. He's bashing up through 6 players.
Vaughan Williams quick to react to that ball in the line out there. It's that man again, Curtis. You look to distribute the ball to his captain. Captain sends it now to the center there, Chipo Mupeso.
A call of forward pass here from the referee.
Much to the relief of the men in blue, it must be said, Manny.
Wow, Hilton are looking electrifying, aren't they, Lucky? Every single time they get the ball out wide, they look to spread it at pace.
They're taking their half chances, it must be said, Manny, but certainly showing no respect to the hosts here, even though it is their festival. Taking those half chances and making the most of it, it seems.
No, definitely, like we said, 2 of the most prestigious schools. We see the 2 crowds out in full force. The Hiltonians will be loving this, won't they? The St. John's crowd are out here in full force. You know, we can hear them to our left-hand side, but the Hiltonians will be enjoying the better bit of rugby.
While we have that stoppage in play, Manny, a big thank you from behalf of St. John's College. We'd like to thank everybody who's contributed to this, the 22nd edition of the St. John's College Rugby Festival, proudly sponsored by Standard Bank. A special thanks to them as our main sponsor, who've joined us once again. I think it is for the 6th year of the celebration of schoolboy rugby. A big thanks also goes to our other sponsors, Samsung, iTech, Spur, Circa, Gosco, as well as everybody who's made a fantastic contribution.
No, definitely. What a fantastic festival this is. All the rugby games that I've watched, as we see, I don't know why they keep broadcasting us, because the good stuff is on the field at the moment.
Thank goodness it's not the kiss cam from Samsung, Manny.
No, definitely. But, a fantastic festival here. The quality of rugby has been unbelievable. The festival to be at, without a shadow of a doubt. Free kick call here goes in the direction of St. John's.
Make your way up to this festival, folks. 29 St. David's Road, Houghton is where you will find us in the echelons here of Houghton Estate. A fantastic festival of rugby, like Manny has said. Come in, 40 Rand a ticket gets you in. Fantastic schoolboy rugby on the go here. Not a rugby fan, doesn't matter. Pull in, we've got a lot of food stalls here. Fantastic entertainment and a brew to help you out on this hot day here, Manny.
Well, definitely, what a lovely day here. Thursday was absolutely redonkulous. I thought, goodness gracious, why would I be here? Then I saw the quality of rugby. Follow us on School Sports Live here on Twitter. You can see all the live games brought to you straight from your Twitter feed. As we see St. John's on the counter, they're looking, attacking here, but the defense from Hilton up to the task.
Ruck form there, no, says the referee. The number 12 there doing very, very nicely is Hein Marks to secure that ball for Hilton.
Well, turnover ball here from Hilton. Fantastic work in the forward packs here. Momentum just not going with St. John's at the moment. Hilton win a penalty. Interesting to see what they're going to choose to do. They slow the game down a little bit. They say, chaps, we are in control. Let's just think about it a little. But fantastic steal here as we see St. John's trying their best to gain some kind of momentum.
Fantastic patience shown there by Hilton. Looking to slow the ball down, as you can see the captain just gathering his troops again. Unfortunately, Philip Mparuta, the flank there from St. John's College, getting himself into an unfortunate situation that he could not roll away from.
Wow, it's a big punt here. They get into the 22. They'll be looking for that driving more, get as close to the try line as possible and show that explosive backline from Hilton what they've got.
This is very unusual here. The referee hasn't been alluded to that changes were being made and players been allowed to continue. As we see rumbling forward there from that man, George Pata.
Wow, turnover ball, fantastic defense here. A little bit of a high shot there from Hilton, but great defense here from St. John's, managing to turn the ball over when Hilton were looking deadly.
As we say that, Manny, I see 3 Hilton boys ready to come on. Quite unusual, don't you think, that very late on in the first half, we see 3 changes there. Reserve hooker Dylan Thomas coming onto the park there, as well as George Pata making his way off the park.
Well, it is a little bit unusual, but, pretty hectic 3 games in 5 days. The management staff here of Hilton will back all 24 players, and I'm pretty sure all the men here can do the job. Big rugby ahead, so just managing their players well, which is good to see.
Play continues right in front of the commentary box here as we see David McAlpine come up for the ball. It's that man Grobler again to his captain Holson. A switch back from Magic Man Davies on to Zilla. Zilla will look for a big leg drive. Advantage being played by the referee for the high tackle, Manny.
Yeah, not the first one. I'm wondering what the referee's going to have to say here to Hilton. Probably going to tell them to cut it out. Another high shot here. We see no real movement and time is off.
Certainly, Manny, like you've said, he's already warned the players, has Mr. Jason Abrams. He's had enough, he's warned them. Respite for St. John's College, as unfortunately David Rodseth is the recipient of a yellow card. Repeated infringement, I beg your pardon, Manny, and sees that man Rodseth make his way off the park.
Well, lucky he's just got onto the park, and a little bit of ill discipline. We talk about high risk, high reward, a nice kick. Yeah, about 10 meters out from the 22. We talk about high risk, high reward. What happened to the good old fashioned days of tackling around the waist?
Certainly so, Manny, but it's advantage St. John's you would like to feel. They would want to capitalize and make sure they are the next team to get points on the board before the halfway stage.
No, definitely secure ball here in the line out. They're going to look for the rolling maul. We all know how devastating that back line is. Ball not really moving. The callers use it here from the referee on Hilton, pushing St. John's back. They really got to get the ball out as they do here.
Big tackle there by Patrick McGive as we see them. St. John's still have possession of the ball. Slight momentum loss here. They'll need to rebuild from here, Manny.
While crunching hit, they get a penalty here for what looks like side entry from Hilton College. A little bit of ill discipline creeping in here to the Hilton outfit.
St. John's must make sure, Manny, that they capitalize here. They've had 2 penalties. They've got a yellow card. They've got 4 minutes until the halftime. They need points on the board, Manny.
Well, definitely, and if anything, they've got to be scoring now. Like you say, 3 minutes left in this game, or rather in this half. They've got to score now, go into half time. Hopefully 7 points on the ball. They secure line-out ball here, and they'll be looking to drive. Ball is present there for the number 9 who gets it out to this deadly back line. Looks like an inside ball. Fantastic bit of work here. Davies gets through. Davies hands one off. They get to the 5-meter line.
Good go forward ball now. Manny Ronan Khobla want to get a hold of that ball immediately as one of the lock forwards takes it up but doesn't make too many meters. Khobla's got the ball presented to him. It's that man Garrickstead. He'll look to his inside. Philip and Paruta. Who won the battle there? The touchline won the battle.
Well, it's fantastic cover defense. This Hilton side looks absolutely pumped. 14 men on the park, and it looks like everyone's willing to chip in here and cover for their mates.
Certainly are. Unfortunately, Philip and Paruta not able to come across the whitewash jersey sideline. Wins that battle there. Hilton now with another opportunity to clear their lines.
Well, St. John's really had to score in that situation. Not really throwing the opportunity away, but like you said, with 14 men, they really had to beat the Hilton defense.
Should have come back inside there now. Let's see what pressure St. John's can put on Hilton. They are deep inside their red zone, Manny.
No, definitely. I don't think too much mucking about will happen here. They'll get it out. Well, interesting to see what the call is here.
Not quite sure at the moment what the referee has blown, Mr. Jason Abrams Manny, as we just wait for confirmation from a decision from him. Slight confusion must be said, but looks like, Manny, we're going to line up for a scrum down on the 50-meter line. It seems to be St. John's ball. I can only assume that that ball went in skew, Manny.
Oh, I think skew ball is the call here from Mr. Abrahams here, Mr. Referee. Hilton will be looking to get this ball away, hack it out, not looking to play in their half.
Very clever here by St. John's College. I don't know if Hilton have noticed, but that big man, Julian Ziller, has come away from the scrum and is sitting at the blind side. I'm sure it'll be to get the ball to him, as we see now. But it is tapped away there.
Well, the Hilton number 9, he's absolutely fuming. He wanted his hat-trick there, Lucky.
He's fuming indeed, Manny, but the call coming there, knock-on, has been judged. Ziller's questioning the referee as to why a penalty wasn't given for either offside and or a deliberate knockdown, but Mr. Abrams having none of that. It's scrum down, another opportunity, Manny, for St. John's to get much needed points from this encounter.
Well, if you've noticed, they say it's a 7v7 situation. As we know, the Hilton losing a man here, so you've got to go 7v7. Penalty awarded by Mr. Abrahams for incorrect binding.
I would have liked to see Ronan Khobla take that one quickly just to get that advantage there. Time off called by the referee. Once again, Manny, we've seen repeated infringements from Hilton. I'm sure you'll be having a chat to his guys there to tell them to maintain discipline.
No, definitely. They can't afford to make a mistake in this situation. Referee might deem it to be deliberate breakdown. We might see a yellow card, might see penalty try. St. John's opting for the line-out. Good idea in your mind?
Good idea, Manny. I can see the thoughts from the captain, Kieran Holson. Obviously, he knows they're on a warning here. He knows that they've been warned, so they will look to take full advantage of Hilton in their red zone.
Yeah, a lovely bit of handwork here to keep it in. St. John's just retaining possession over here. They'll probably be looking for quick ball to that electrifying backline. Indeed it is. The skipper takes it up here. He looks to run it. Running fly half is something we love to see here as they get into that 5-meter mark.
Khobla not getting quick delivery of the ball now. He'll look to the open side. Magic Man Davis has a little sidestep, sends a defender the wrong way around, but is brought to ground. Left ball goes quickly now for David McAlpine.
Well, Nicholas Holston and William Davies really need to start combining here, because we've seen how dangerous they are. Inside ball here. Fantastic work from St. John's. Tries the score.
Some much needed relief as we see Vice Captain Julian Ziller standing up with a ball there. We did mention it, Manny, that it was absolutely crucial for St. John's College to be the next team to put points on the board, because otherwise Hilton looked to have been running away with it.
Definitely, I think that is so important, and we spoke about leadership early in the game, the VC taking it upon himself to score the try. They'll be a lot happier going into the half now, hopefully 14 points behind.
Fantastic leadership displayed also, it must be said, by Captain Kieran Holson opting to keep the pressure down there in the red zone. They've obviously learned from their mistakes, Manny, because they were in a similar position a little bit earlier on. Sustained pressure in the red zone, but not coming away with points. This time they've stuck to their guns. They've done the basics right, and they walk away with 5 points.
Definitely Holstein will be looking to make the 7, but fantastic work here. You know, they keep the ball in hand, but they spread the ball nice and wide, which is always great to see. Not just bashing it up, they're really trying to spread the Hilton defense.
Extra 2 points there added by Kieran Holson, as Mr. Abrams says. That's half, boys. We look to see now the replay here. Ronan Khobla there. He knows Julian Zilla's on his side. A slight show and go. Over she goes. 5 points. You can see what it means for the management staff there, as we see young Gook there, the forwards coach.
Well, they would have done that over and over again in practice, as we observe halftime here. Beautiful school building. Look how packed the crowd is. And we'll see you guys in the second half.
Standard Bank's activation area. The SD-inspired space is going to be behind the main field, next to the main venue area. It's a great comfortable place to sit, relax and socialise. This space is accessible to festival goers 16 years and older. And also remember, there's a Standard Bank ATM available on the school ground, and also go cashless. To get your Standard Bank contactless card, it provides you with a convenient alternative to paying with cash. It's contactless technology means you'll simply tap your card and be on your way. No more funding for coins. Get your card at the Standard Bank cashless marquee.
guys.
Referee Jason Abrams has called the kicking toward the game for the next half. It's St. John's.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of the main fixture out here this afternoon of the St. John's College Easter Rugby Festival. We've had an exciting first half here for Jason Abrams, the referee. He looks to be checking the numbers from Hilton College in their white strip and St. John's College in their blue strip. Manny, what are we expecting for the second half?
Well, you know, during the half-time break, we saw the kiss cam, lots of love going around. I'll tell you what, there'll be no love lost now in the second half. Brutal battle here as it's taken up by Hilton. Fantastic secure ball, lots of intensity at the here after half-time.
Psychological advantage, it must be said, from St. John's College, scored just before the half-time whistle as we see that ball going forward there off Vice-Captain Julian Ziller.
Well, yeah, an intense start. Both teams looking to secure ball, make sure that they get outside their own half. We see a short line here. Turnover ball here from St. John's as they look to run it back at them. I think a little bit of a knock here. And Mr. Abrahams is watching the same game I am.
Unfortunate there. Good jump initially, it must be said, by the lock forward, David McAlpine. Unfortunately, losing that ball as he went to ground. While we wait for the first scrum of the second half, a message from the Festival Committee Chairman, Mr. Gavin Holson. He says, men, these words go to the players. The festival is about you. You have all worked very hard and prepared well. Believe in yourselves and your teammates. Take in the crowds. Go out and play hard, play fair, and enjoy the great game of rugby. Nice words there coming from Festival Committee Chairman Mr. Gavin Holson, and well done to you, sir, and your team who've put together a fantastic display of schoolboy rugby once again.
Well, as we see some lovely handling here from the Hilton number 10, the skipper Winskill. They look to get it out nice and wide here. They don't have the numbers, but they're going to run it out wide here. Lovely work here from the number 13. The number 13 breaks through. He's going to look for the low basketball offload to the number 15 from Hilton. Lovely footwork. They get themselves into the St. John's 22.
Gareth Schroeder doing very well there. The ball is going to go now on to Hein Marks, who will look to solidify and set up into the center there. There's that man Curtis again there. It's 3-on-1 there, it must be said, for Hilton on that far side there. Oh, massive hit. I don't know if the referee will want to have another look at that one there, but certainly a massive, massive hit from Garrick Stead.
Well, you know, we spoke about the kiss cam at halftime. Here we go, the referee just speaking to his assistant, but no love lost here. Absolutely crunching. Was it legal, though? We'll have to see what Mr. Abrahams' adjudication is.
Mr. Abrams, like you said, just consulting with the assistant there. Obviously, like we've said, many, safety of the players is of paramount importance. As we see Mr. Abrams, he will call in Captain Kieran Holson. Remember, Manny, one of the Hilton boys is in the sin bin already there.
Well, definitely. It looks like he's going to the pocket. It's a yellow card. You know, the adjudication there would have been he's made the lift tackle, he's taken him over the 90, and he hasn't brought him down safely. I think a very good decision.
Certainly so. Let's just confirm for those of us that see, unacceptable that it must be said, Manny. Now that we see a replay, you cannot take the player over the horizontal there. Good officiating, it must be said, by the assistant referee on the far side, helping Mr. Abrams out there.
No, definitely. You know, Gareth Steed there, you know, the offender. I don't know if St. John's can afford this, to be brutally honest. We've seen how lethal Hilton are in attack as they get secure ball here to their number 8 in the line out. With 14 men, St. John's are really going to struggle to defend here.
8th man secures a ball for Hilton as Curtis looks to get it out quickly to his captain. Goes down to the centers, who seems to have acres of space. There's that fullback again. There is he over the line. He looks over the line to me. It looks good. And so does it look good to referee Jason Abrams.
Well, discipline. We've just seen the penalty. We've just seen the yellow card. Hilton saying, listen, chaps, if you're going to play us with 14 men, we are going to make you pay.
Immediate impact felt by St. John's after that yellow card, Manny. Quick ball through the back line, it must be said. Hanze, the center there, Uchipu, found himself in acres of space there, able to offload the ball to the fullback, as we see here in the replays.
Yeah, definitely. We just see the hand here. Lovely little step onto the outside there. Look at the offload. The hands are fantastic. And I'll tell you what, Gareth Schroeder, he's not missing out on that.
A good comeback there, and an immediate comeback rather, it must be said, by Hilton. A response to them. They want to put the first points on the board in the second half, and they've done so successfully.
Well, look, you're definitely, a really easy kick here right in front of the poles. But goodness gracious, the hands that went through that try, fantastic. They would have been practicing that at the training ground all day. Gareth Schroeder converts his own try. Just fantastic skill here.
As we wait for the restart, I see a change being made here by St. John's College. Musachi Nkanza, who started at fullback on Thursday, will replace Ruben Engelbrecht, who's been taken off by the St. John's College management.
Well, kick there just in front of 22. Lovely hands. He looks to fend, but it's big defense here from St. John's. They roll him over. Fantastic work to now get their own ball. Knock on Hilton. St. John's will retrieve the ball.
A good work there by Brendan Henwood, allowing the player, by understanding his rules, allowing Andrew James to hit the deck before making the tackle and eventually dragging him on the touch side. We are now lined up, Manny, for the first scrum of the second half.
Yeah, well, the option would have been given there by Mr. Abrahams. Would you like to have the line out? Would you like to have the scrum? St. John's opting for the scrum here, backing their forwards in the situation.
Back in the forwards indeed, as we see Ronan Khobla ready to feed the scrum there. Julian Ziller waiting for it at the back of this one.
Yeah, definitely just waiting for the scrum to set nicely. It sets a little bit of a turn here, but it goes out to the number 9. Number 9 gets it to his captain, Holston to Davies. Davies out to number 13, running a little bit sideways. They get it out wide to the replacement winger, who will look to fend his way past some Hilton defenders.
Musachi Nkanza does well to stay on his feet. They're waiting for support to arrive, but numbers came to the aid of Hilton College there and bustling him out onto the touchline.
Well, they'll be so happy. Look at the Hilton supporters. They in their white are absolutely loving this. Their team really showing them what rugby's all about, giving them a reason to travel from the Natal Midlands all the way to the Highveld here. Fantastic stuff to see here.
Well, having said that, Manny, we must be honest here, half the Hilton boys live here in Joburg, and they're on holiday, so I'm sure they're doubling up as well.
Well, this is true. A lot of them will be at mom and dad's house at the moment. This is basically home to them. So, we saw some of the prep schools like the Ridge and St. John's, a lot of the feeder schools for Hilton. Big kick here into a lot of space. It's a foot race. He's going to be isolated here. Oh, and the pressure gets to him. It's fantastic work here, I must say, as the linesman flags it.
A bit of frustration picked up there, which is quite evident. Many from Brendan Henwood did not control that ball. Not very happy with himself, it must be said. But once again, a ball will go the way of Hilton.
Well, I'll tell you what, Henwood he put himself in a better situation by knocking it, because Hilton had 5 men looking to retrieve that ball. So probably a good thing that he knocked it into touch.
Philip Mparuta making a nuisance of himself. Almost got hands onto that ball there, as we see a ball being slipped by George Putter.
Well, Hilton will be loving this in their white kits in the mud bath.
Mud bath it is there, as we see one of them slowly but surely get up. It's a Captain Winskill. I'm sure he will not want to be tackled on there. Referee deciding that no use scrumming in that mud patch for safety reasons at many, so them making their way just off the pitch there. Will have a scrum down just inside the Hilton half.
Yeah, no, definitely, and we're going to need a new pull. That one absolutely soaked in mud here. But conditions are brilliant, just the after effects of Thursday's rain. Conditions are brilliant. It's quite dry underfoot, although it doesn't look like it, allowing for some running rugby, and Hilton taking advantage of the conditions.
A message from the college director of sports, Mr. Alan Leon Cachet. He says, let us enjoy the hospitality provided, be disciplined, play fair, and exhibit rugby of the highest standard throughout the festival. That's a word from the St. John's College sports director, wishing all the participants well throughout the weekend.
Oh, definitely, and I think St. John's at the moment, 28-7 in Hilton's direction. St. John's will still think they've got a shot in here, they've got to get a few converted tries. They won't be looking to drop their heads. Leadership is the name of the game in this situation.
Certainly so, and we hope they will bounce back. Another message here from Circa, one of our proud sponsors. Manny, in case we don't know who Circa is, those are the guys that are responsible for those big VIP tents up there in the hospitality unit they've seen. It looks impeccable.
Impeccable is an absolute understatement. You know, like I say, it's not just about the rugby. We see secure ball here from St. John's. The entertainment is just fantastic. You've got so much to do if you're waiting for games here. Gets out to that man, Magic Man Davies. He's going to look to take it up, but Hilton up to the toss. He's saying, no, listen, we've seen you play before and we're having none of it.
He's done his job, it must be said though, Manny, for your centre. You want him to get over that vantage line, as we see now David McAlpine carrying the ball up. The key here for St. John's is go forward ball, but ball retention, as we see Magic Man inside ball there to head boy Tepo Chipu. Continuation from Julian Zilla, the vice captain. They're inside the 22 now. They're going to need quick ball, Manny.
No, definitely. You know what I would love to see is Captain Holston and Magic Man Davies just combining here, because we've seen every time they combine an absolute electrifying situation. They get into the 22 here. They'll look for a quick ball. Referee's adjudication is no advantage. Penalty St. John's. Offside.
Good steal there by Vaughan Williams, but referee was playing advantage for offside to St. John's College. I'm sure that this kick is going right into that Hilton crowd, as St. John's will look to set up their first attack of the second half.
Definitely, and the Hilton faithful won't allow St. John's to get their calls out clearly there, as we see huge support. There's only about 40 or 50 of them, but I'll tell you what, you'd swear it's the whole school. They are in good form.
McAlpine rises to the challenge again. That maul goes down immediately. Bodies lying all over the place there, as Ronan Khobla looks to give his fly half some service.
Here we go, Magic Man Davies. Every time he gets the ball, he creates something. We see that link up. Fantastic steal here from Hilton. They are up to the task here in defense.
Staying on his feet very, very nicely was the captain of Hilton. St. John's come away with the ball again there.
Oh, well, goodness gracious, how's that happened? Double turnover, penalty St. John's.
Second penalty, very short space of time in that red zone. Hilton will need to be careful, Manny.
No, definitely. You know, we talk about discipline, and they'll be looking to make sure they win the ball legally. We saw a fantastic steal, so they can do it. You know, that man, Magic Man Davies, making the first mistake in his 17 years.
Guess where that ball is going once again, Manny. Kieran Holson making it quite clear that they are playing a little bit of catch-up and they want those 7 points.
No, definitely. You know, and it's the only way to go about it. I don't think kicking for poles here is going to be the right option for St. John. So they definitely have to chase the game a little bit, look for the 7 every time they get an opportunity.
Up it goes to Vice-Captain Julian Zilla at the back of that line-out. They'll want to secure the ball here, Manny, as we see the ball popping out once again. Again, advantage being blown by the referee.
Well, like you say, you know, this is going to be trying times. They're in that 5 meter. The ref won't be too happy. I think this might be the last penalty before he has a word to the captain. Winskill, number 6, makes a break. He gets past 4 players. They'll look for quick ball here. They got numbers on the right-hand side. They got men on the blind side here. What's the decision going to be here from St. John's?
David McAlpine looks to take the ball forward, but goes nowhere but straight down. Back to the captain now, who has a little inside step. He does seem to be isolated there, but help arrives just in the nick of time. Blindside they go now. It is fantastic hands displayed there, but unfortunately the ball spills out. Referee was playing advantage. It is a third penalty, as we see another bit of a scuffle there. Obviously trying to disrupt the momentum of the home team. They want to get inside their heads and get into the psychology of this team.
Yeah, you know, a little bit of lipstick being thrown around here, but, you know, both teams up to the task. You know, big hits and contact situation, the pressure of the crowd, you know, the supporters are singing. They want to look at those St. John's boys. They are absolutely pumped, and they want a result today.
Referee having a chat to his assistant there. I don't know what happened on that far side, Manny. We couldn't see very, very clearly. But Mr. Abrams having another chat. It must be a warning now. 3 penalties in a row we've seen in that red zone there. He is going to his pocket. And a yellow card received by player number 23, Daniel Da Costa. It does seem like.
Well, you know, this game getting really, really hot. I do hope the two teams don't buckle underneath the pressure. You know, they've got a game of rugby to play here, and you can't keep playing with 14 men on the park.
Full line out here for Braden Loxton to throw to. He goes to that man, Julian Zilla, and he misses out. It's that flanker in action again is Vaughan Williams.
Well, here we go. It's going to be interesting to see. They deep in the pocket is the number 15 here, Schroeder, and he gets safe ball out just above the 10.
It was critical, Manny. It must be said for St. John's to secure that ball at the back of the line out. Unfortunately, Braden Loxton not meeting his vice-captain at the back there, Julian Zilla. Hilton College not out of trouble yet, just outside their 22. St. John's will look to put pressure on immediately.
No, definitely, pressure's the order of the day. They'll look to get it out to that electrifying backline and try run at Hilton. But Hilton in defense have been superb. We saw a little bit of ill discipline as it goes out to the skipper. Interesting decision here as they look to bomb Hilton. Mark called lucky. Right decision?
Not a very clever decision, but now we know why. Referee was playing advantage. This is why Kieran Holson put that ball up into the air there. A little bit far for that Magic Man Davis to go after and catch.
Well, we see a man down. Your medics will be treating him at the moment. It's been that kind of game. It's been really hot under the collar. Some big hits have been put in here. Some huge drives. So legs will be starting to get a little bit tired and the bodies will start to get a little bit sore.
Halfway through the second half, Manny for St. John's College. If they are going to respond, if they are going to reply, it's now or never, Manny.
No, definitely. And it has to be now. 21 points. That's 3 converted scores. They've got to start scoring. They got 15 minutes. They got to go at 7 points every 5 minutes. They got to go all or nothing here, don't they?
They certainly do, and I'm sure that is the message from the management staff as I see Harry Visser pacing up and down behind that in-goal area there. He is the backline coach and the skills coach, and that's the backline that you've been talking about, Manny. Plenty of skill there. Good combination between that management staff of Kevin Musikant as well as Gerard Visser.
No, definitely fantastic job they've done. I think tactically they are very skillful as a management staff, and they've encouraged these boys to play a brand of rugby like I've never seen before. St. John's really are looking good this year, but this Hilton side just on a new level.
Hilton as well coming to the party. I'm just looking through my book here, Manny, to see who is responsible for this Hilton team as I look on my book here.
Whilst you do that, a scrum here just in between the 10 meter and the 22. St. John's have scrummed very well here. I must say they'll be looking to retain possession here as the number 9 Roland Korbler looks to get it out to his skipper. What can they create in midfield here? Magic Man Davies kicks it in behind the number 14 here. How do they deal with the pressure? Rather well, I must say.
Big hit again there from the number 14 Brendan Henwood. They want to get them under pressure. Ripped ball by Magic Man Davis. It is clattered out of the line-out time St. John's ball.
Well, is there anything this man, Magic Man Davies, can't do? He can run, he can kick, he can defend and he can steal ball. Fantastic work here from Magic Man.
Quick line out from David McAlpine. It goes now to Holson. Holson is going to look for some running players here. He missed the run there of Thomas Mortimer.
Well, running fly off like we've never seen, weighing all of 97 kilograms. So he does have the ability to bash through defensive lineups.
Bit of a scuffle there. Not too certain who's going to walk away with the possession there. It's Musachi Nkanza. He has a fumble. He secures the ball. He's down on the ground deep inside the 22. Ronan Khobla to service the forwards.
Oh, here we go. They'll look to bash it up nice and tight, making it easy for their forwards to get there and support here. As we see the back line just setting up on the left-hand side. It's the skipper. Skips Magic Man. Gets it to the number 13 here of St. John's.
Tsepo Chipu on the ball there. Gives it on to the captain, Kieran Holson. They don't seem to be moving forward, St. John's. They need to find a hole here as Thomas Mortimer goes straight down to the ground there. Numbers to the left-hand side. Younger has a good show and go. He goes down to the ground there.
Good rugby as they look to spread it. Keeps it nice and tight. Something happened on that far side. Not 100% sure what, but the linesman will be informing his referee.
He doesn't seem to have a flag up there, Manny. I don't know why he went down so suddenly. Is one of the players from St. John's College. I'm not too certain who it is. We will get confirmation from him there. Unfortunately on our program, folks, we do not have the management staff of Hilton, but credit to them for putting together this well-oiled unit, it must be said, Manny.
No, definitely they do look really good. Like I said, they played against Affies. 14-8 was the result. One of the super giants of South African schools rugby, and they really did manage to hold their own. They'll come out today and say, listen chaps, it was not a fluke. We are a good side, and it does look it right now.
Certainly does. As I look here through my program, some famous Springbok old boys coming out of the Midlands, most notably Bob Skinstad as well as Gary Teichman. They are products of the men of Fer-de-Lies.
Well, Mr. Abrahams here just having a word with Mr. Winskill, the Hilton captain. Not too sure what could possibly be said. Little discussion, obviously explaining something here. It looks like he's got the message, but a little bit of a break in play. I think some of the players will really be enjoying this at the moment. It's been such an intense game here. Hilton looking ready for defensive duties at the moment.
Medical staff still attending to one of the St. John's College players. As I see a change being made, we'll just get confirmation of that number. It looks like number 20 there from St. John's College, number 20, Cameron Langacha. A bit of a breather in play, like you've said, Manny. The players will look together their thoughts, have final instructions from management staff from both sides, as well as a drink of water. I'd like to think it is a bit hot out there for those players, Manny.
No, definitely it's warm out there. You know, we've got the pleasure of being undercover here, you know, just under a little bit of shade as we see the spectators over there. They've come out in full numbers here.
Fantastic numbers there. And from you at home watching us on School Sports Live, don't be afraid to follow us on social media. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, and messages of support are always appreciated, so don't be afraid to get a hold of us. If you are in the area there, feel free to pull in. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at School Sport Live. These are the people bringing you these live visuals. On Twitter at School Sport Live, you'll be able to get snippets, highlights, statistics brought to you by School Sport Live. A massive thanks to the entire production team for bringing you these visuals.
Well, a little bit of a break in play. Yeah, I think we're probably going to have a scrum down when the game starts again. A little bit worrying to see. Not 100% sure what happened to that man on the ground, but we do hope he gets we do wish him a speedy recovery, don't we?
He did suddenly go down, didn't he, Manny? I don't know if it's the after effects of a big hit, but we certainly do hope it is nothing serious. We will see if we can get a name for you and exactly what may be the problem there. But certainly not a good sight to see. That's certainly not what we come to rugby festivals to see. It does happen, which is why at these festivals we've got professional medical outfits. A massive shout out to the medical units here, as well as the first aiders from St. John's College as they take the injured player off the field.
Yeah, some respect being observed here by the crowd. Always good to see. You know, it's we don't play rugby at a win at all cost situation. You know, we are all humans, and this is the future of our rugby. So really do wish him a speedy recovery.
Game back on now, just about 8 minutes remaining in this encounter. Manny, for St. John's to try and salvage something.
Well, definitely, you know, I think at the moment the game might be a little bit far-fetched, but you know, like they say, it's never over till the fat lady sings, and I don't hear her bellowing her voice out at the moment.
I don't see a fat lady anywhere where we are sitting, Manny, as we see an early engage by Hilton. Opportunity now for St. John's to get some go-forward ball deep inside Hilton's red zone.
Definitely, you know, St. John's just asking for another scrum. I think they're happy scrumming against this Hilton pack.
Long stoppage we had there, Manny's game seems to have sombered down after some excitement that we had about plus minus 5 minutes ago. Hopefully that tempo will quickly increase once more.
No, definitely, and I think Hilton will be happy with this, you know, with the lead that they've got. St. John's will be looking to gain some kind of momentum, get the tempo back up, get the intensity back up, and try exploiting Hilton.
Good controlled scrum there by the pack forwards as the ball gets through to Tsepo Chipu now. He'll look to cut back inside there. He'll give the ball. Oh, classy. Classy.
Is just so stylish. Absolutely
Classy.
Beautiful. A little bit of work through the hands. Gets it to that man, Tsepo Chipu. Low offload to the substitute, the number 21 from St. John's College. And he goes over the whitewash.
Well done there to Musachi Nkanza. Had the easiest job of all to do there. I'm afraid not William Kretschmer, rather Musachi Nkanza. He's the man that gets the 5 points for St. John's. Much needed, it must be said.
No, definitely. You know, if they were to get back into this game, they had to score at that particular point. Like I say, they'll just be looking to claw it back. As we look at the replay here, it's work here out to the skipper Holstead. He gets it to Magic Man to Chipu, and watch the Sonny Bill Williams here. Fantastic work. He'll take that try every day of the week.
Well worked try, it must be said there by St. John's College, as Kieran Holson will look to add a vital 2 points here. Unfortunately, his ball going way to the left here. Big job still to do by St. John's College, Manny.
No, definitely. You know, Hilton will probably be looking at the stage to close the game out. You know, they've got a sizable lead here. St. John's will be looking to chase this game. You know, I've seen weirder situations than St. John's winning this game from this situation.
A ball not going the required 10 meters. Option by Kieran Hossel will be given, and he will call scrum.
Well, it's quite interesting, you know, that ball did travel 10 meters, but unfortunately, because of the conditions and the wet pitch, you know, it didn't make its way 10 meters past the halfway mark. I must say, you know, beautiful grounds here at St. John's College on this main over the burger field. You know, with the amount of rugby that's been played, with the amount of water underfoot, you know, it's still in fantastic touch. Top work to the groundsman here at St. John's College.
Fantastic work there by the estate manager, Mr. Alan Duncan, and his team. Despite the weather, we've had some treacherous weather here, but they've done the best they can, and it does look quite a good outfield, Manny.
Well, here we go. The substitute number 9 gets it out. The skipper finds a little bit of space in behind Hilton. Not really sure if that's the right call there. Hilton will look to bang it out. Maybe I can get some hands on here. Oh dear. Well, it's a good kick here out towards just in front of the 10 meter here. Lucky kicking the ball away, St. John's. What do you think about that?
Quite unusual, it must be said, that we've seen from Kieran Holson. Normally a running fly half, normally want to set his backline alight. Now just going over the top. I don't think he had intended to kick it that far, Manny. He did have chases there, but slightly a tad too far.
Well, here we go. We see secure ball, ice ball off the top. They look to swing it. Hopefully not slippery here. Magic Man, look at it, straight to VC Zilla here. They'll look to get it here in midfield, swing it out wide again. They set up nicely. Magic Man into 10, Holston into 12. Good work here from Chipu.
Good go forward ball, it must be said at the moment. A lot of bodies in that ruck situation. Slow ball there. A tactic being employed there. Look who it is. It's Captain Kieran Holson. Can he go all the way? He's not held, so he's allowed to stand up and continue.
No, definitely it's fantastic work. You were just talking about a running fly. We see glimpses of it over there. You know, what I really did like to see as we see Davies just filling in at the number 10 position, the interchangeability of the St. John's side.
Slow ball comes out there for St. John's College. They've lost some meters. They still have possession of the ball. They don't have numbers to our near right-hand side, which is why the reserve scrum half decided to take it in there. No advantage gained there, deems referee Jason Abrams, and he'll come back.
Well, here we go. They've got ball inside the 22. You know, the smart thing to do here, just to punt it into that 5 meter mark and start from there nice and close to the Hilton line.
The captain there, it must be said, Manny, echoes your sentiments and duly obliges. He sends that ball into the 5 meter line, and I've got no doubt that either David McAlpine or Julian Ziller will be the go-to men here.
Well, a little bit of a scuffle here at line-out time, but St. John's managed to retain possession, as we see on that far side in front of the Hilton faithful. They'll look to swing this ball out here. A little bit of slow ball here as they bash it up nice and tight onto the ruck, gaining a few meters in the situation.
It must be said, Manny, Hilton, I don't know if it's their employed tactic or not, they really have made sure to slow the ball down and to kill the momentum of St. John's whenever they have a situation at ruck time.
Well, like I said, you know, they'll be looking to slowly close this game off. They don't want St. John's inching away, as we see Chipu there making a break here. Looks like stolen ball here from Hilton College, but no advantage is the call.
Ball seemed to have been stolen, but the referee adjudicating that he didn't release a play at all, or didn't give him lights to the ball, as we like to call it. Manny did not show daylight. Another opportunity here for St. John's, albeit they are playing catch-up.
Well, here we go. Punt into the corner is the order of the day. They'll be looking to smash it up nice and close to that Hilton try line.
Job done, it must be said, in the first half already by Hilton. They haven't been their usual selves in the second half, as we've seen a lot of changes coming on the first half, but confidence shown by the management staff that the job was done the first half already.
No, look, when you come to a festival like this, you've got to back all 24, 25 players that are in your camp, and that's exactly what Hilton are doing at the moment. We saw some early changes as we see a ruck formed here, nice and tight to the 5 meter. Captain Holston to Magic Man Davies. Davies is not held in the tackle. Holston working in ruck situation over here. No advantage is the call from Mr. Abrams.
He'll come back there for collapsing the maul. Were the boys from the Midlands collapsing that maul there? What does Kieran do?
Well, yeah, he's just going to punt it in here. They're gonna take the set piece here from line out time. It's looked to work nicely for them. We saw a little turnover here from Hilton. Quick ball taken out into the line out here, and a big driving ball will be the order of the day.
Philip Paruta does well to set it up there. A nice slow driving maul, it must be said there. Try given by the referee there. A little bit of consolation from St. John's College as that man, VC Julian Ziller, stands up with the ball, Bean as he's affectionately known.
Wow, it's fantastic work. Zilla just managing to get that brace. Before this game started, we spoke about it, and he is showing to be one of the better players on the park at the moment.
Kieran Holson will look to make up for that previous kick of his that went wildly to the left. As we see a slow but steady maul, in control of it is Zilla. He does make his way through there for a big guy, does creep in between the toes. Down he goes over for 5 points.
Well, yeah, look, it's fantastic work from St. John's. They would have practiced that at the training ground over and over again. Captain Holston here will be looking to secure the 7 year. Unbelievable. Well, that's the end of the game. It looks like he's just gone over his knee, but not something we see every day. Definitely looked wide, just swirled back, hit the H's, and over she goes.
Not so happy. He's feeling very uncomfortable, is Kieran Holson, after that kick. Seems to have pulled something on the inside there. Mr. Jason Abrams and his two assistant referees deciding that is the end of the game.
Wow, what a fantastic game of rugby. We saw one of the really good sides here in Hilton College coming up against St. John's College. Lucky, it's been an absolute pleasure commentating with you.
As always, Manny, thank you very much for joining me in commentary. It ends here, fellas, on the Burger Field, the main field of St. John's College. Hilton walking away as the victors here with 28 points to 19. From myself, Lucky Letabo, remember, let the kids play.